Welcome to Wick St Fergus Tea Break this week. The topic for discussion today is: do you ever get hacked off and want to throw in the towel? Have you heard the saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going? Usually heard as a supposed motivation to get you to pull yourself together and just get on with it, whatever it may be. It's really more about an encouragement to dig deep on your character and emotional reserves. But the question is, what caused the pep talk in the first place? The calls on our emotional reserve since COVID raised its many heads have been considerable, and only we know to what extent it has impacted upon our lives. And now we've got the problem of the reality of empty supermarket shelves, rising fuel and energy bills, and the idea, laudable as it is, of let us get electric cars or cycle to the shops or take public transport. The powers that be have to take a reality check when dealing with a remote rural community like Caithness. From here, the train to Inverness can take anything up to 4 hours, and we sometimes have a reduced bus service. And across the country, local banks have been closed, so that for those who don't have the means or the ability to use online banking, the closure can mean from a 50 to 100-mile round trip. Then, of course, the pressures of calls on our time, when recently they seem to have developed a life of their own and the weight gets steadily heavier and heavier. But what's new? The difference is that what was a relative breeze in our 40s and 50s has started taking a toll on those who are older. And the thing is, it's not just in those who are older. People in their 20s are having the same kind of problems. Well, that's the Victor Meldrew approach over for today. Let's go back to a small town in the Middle East, where a young carpenter has been running the family business after the passing of his dad some years before. He's the primary breadwinner with all that entails. Then, just as he has a grip on his existence, the time arrives when he has to take on a ministry spreading the good news of a new way of living, which meant preaching love and forgiveness over hate. And this was in a subjugated nation, a nation who was under the yoke of a foreign ruler. The man, of course, was Jesus, and there are numerous examples of him being put under pressure and needing to seek the quiet places to gather or marshal his thoughts and talk to his heavenly Father. However, everything, even today, if we were to take a step back just for a minute, we see that it's all a test. As Jesus was tested in Matthew 4, 1 to 11, after he is baptized by his cousin John the Baptist. There's no snap the fingers and all return to a less stressed normal, because let's face it, what is normal? We aren't alone. It's too easy to say, but we aren't actually alone. There is a prayer, and there are friends or colleagues or even family who can listen and support. You could even go and talk to your local minister. There are also organisations whose sole purpose is to counsel those who are stressed. In closing, we can all get stressed out at times, and finding the help by whichever means is the first step to getting that confidence back and not chucking in the towel. I'd like you to listen now to Tommy Walker Ministries singing Perseverance, quite apt for today's topic. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, God bless.